Namhlanje kuMadlanga Commission bokukhona uCaptain Lawrence Makgotle oyi ballistic expert kwababa lapha eGauteng. Nizakhumbula mosiba kuke kwafika uwitness A nowitness B. Basithatha basipha ipicture yoba sesikuyo yonke lento yintoni le investigation yabo eyaqabhuza elithumbu elavelela penetrator bathi xa be-investigate apha kugqobho kumnyango le xa be-investigate ilink yonke lento lethindi nikhumbuze. Kwatshona uAmanswart eFournageng. Xa ke tshona eFournageng bebhizi ngalo investigation bezi-investigator bebhizi ngalo ngezo investigation ezo babizwa kwenye eyiseBramley babalekela kuyo xa bafike befumana ama-cartridge awu-15 lama cartridge lawo bathi xa bewajonga abalinka back to la crime scene yokubulawa kuka-Amanswart lo wayeyi-whistleblower into nokwenza ne-Transnet le uKatiso Monifa kahambela ityala layo ubulawa kwala umuntu whistleblower inokwenza ne-Transnet ifaka abatshana bakakatiso ifaka umntana kakatiso yonke lonto leyo siyo le case lena. So ballistic expert lona ngowafika naye eFournageng as ballistic expert wafike waprocessa i-crime scene. Xa ke suka apho sokhona le crime scene ke ngoku eyaseBramley okuye ngendlela kathetha ngayo wazicelela into obucela bazidiyaniswe ezi crime scene ezi. So andizuyazi noba maybe wayesazi into yoba zikwenzekani ngayo andiyazi. Ngizakhumbula i-testimony ka-witness A no B. Mosi bathathe yonke lento bayisa izibhamu nantoni ezabazifumene ne-cartridge bafuna into bazizasiwa kwi-ballistic expert apha ePitori. Zithe zisePitori njalo xa beyolanda ireport babona into bayimani siyagribilishwa apha. Kulapho bathatha khona bafunise khona opinion bafaka iKZN kulapho iKZN ingene khona. So le ballistic expert yiletholwa ngokwenza ubugulukudu oba wathini wazama into ba omithe ireport. Uthe xa ke fika ezithethelele namhlanje ufikile ke namhlanje xa ke fika wafike wazazisa ungubani oyi-ballistic expert kwavela nje nomnye umcimbi oba waba even yi-ballistic expert engekabi nazo ne-qualifications but watsho wathi wayesesengu-constable ingathi uyakwazi uba i-ballistic expert usesengu-constable then wafumana i-training seke ngaphakathi into nje ngathi njalo sharp uyi-ballistic expert. Ayike ifikile mosi yonke lento lena kuye phofu ifika nento ethi makalinke ezi crime scene ezimbini because already bona basebe aware into ba ezazibhamu ezidubule pha leza cartridge ziyadibana. So umsebenzi wakhe nje uba makayenze ireport azama ukuzidibanisa azama ukuthini. Kulapho witness B wasixela khona into ba wathi xa ke fika yena pha wafuthi wamxelela naye witness B into ba imani ibile ezi zibhamu ezi zilinkwa kwimigebengu nje kwi-crimes nje ezininzi about 18 mhle ithetha into leyo namhlanje akafike wayiphika kuMadlanga Commission into ba yena akazange atsho njalo. The very same ballistic expert ikwanguye lo muntu owathi mhla bezolanda ireport wafike wakwabalindisa wathi hayi kusekhona umcimbi akusamele bawuqoshelise akunezinto akusamele azilungisa azikorekishe kule report balinda nguye lo ballistic expert lona. Uthe xa ke fike buzwa namhlanje hayi futhi namthanda ukhumalo weza ngazo kayi1 ngoba kuye zi-mistake zi-errors. Wathi ukhumala i-error number 1 weza nazo error number 2 xa ndithetha nge-errors ke mosibani zawukhumbula kwezinye izibhamu kwakungafunyanwa ngama-serial number kwezinye nje uyakhumbula nje umushikashika nje wakhona. So ngoku according to yena that was an honest mistake. Hayibo ndithande even u-advocate eMusikiti ndiyaqala ukumbona beke-evidence leader namhlanje eqaleni xa bekefika beke noku obuninzi but nje hayi uthe xa kaba comfortable nje hayi weza naye ukukhona lalapho eze wamxelela khona into yoba uaware uba ezinto othi wena zi-error either zi-negligence okanye bubu-incompetence yeyiphi kuzo akafuni nje ukuvumba yeyiphi but wazama ukutsho no even uCommissioner Khumalo into yoba uaware into yoba le nto had it not been that umzekelo masithi sokungene ne-KZN sokutheni it means bebezoqhasha ababulali babo Amanswart okanye umcimbi wokwenza nezo zibhamu that because besingalinkwanga it means bebezoqhasha uaware ngalonto leyo na hayi ke uhleli apho into ba ezinye mistake zenziwa kuba they only have but they are time constraint bane pressure emsebenzini kwakhona apho futhi ethetha khona into eyabamanyukunyezi kimne into yoba baphusha i-quantity more than i-quality because banomsebenzi omninzi. uyithe xa kanixelela ngoba into yoba umcimbi wezibhamu dala babedila ngezibhamu ezincinci ngoku kudilwa ngengadla-ngadla o-AK-47 ndaqonda uba yho phofu uthe nje vula umlomo ndaqomba namhlanje sizothetha ngengadla-ngadla izibhamu namhlanje sharp. So nje uyithethile loo nto and afile into yoba undipha into yoba he ni-aware kungenzeka kunabafowethu abangaphakathi for ii-crimes abangazange bazikhomithe because of such errors. Uba niyazikhumbula ii-errors zakho noba nizikhumbuli, I'll probably at a later stage ndizame nje ukuyojonga into yoba konje ndandiyikhavare nini i-testimony ka-witness A or B, okanye nawe ungabuyela nje umva yojonga kwii-videos zami my previous videos uzayifumana apho ndandithetha khona nge-testimony ka-witness A neka-witness B, but ifocus bokuyeka-witness B. Hayi uzamile nje ukutshona le nale, but basically nje yena he's at fault. And kukhona nalapho even uCommissioner Madlanga khona ne ebekezama ukunqanda, I think u-evidence lithi hayi beke siza strong naye, hayi beke siza emphethe emephula. Hayi ke wakhona lapho ethetha khona into yoba ezinye ze-questions singabuzi questions kakhulu, ezinye we need to reserve them for criminal cases. Ndaqonda hayi ke it means umcimbi ucalane kunama-criminal cases abasezayo waphendulela. So nje ikhona nje into njalo, akazange futhi athathe ixesha elininzi because nje I think they did see through him ukuthi uyaxoka ngendlela bebethetha ngayo, because khona lapho bachile bathi hayi nyanyanyanyani nje ngendlela wena uyithetha ngayo ingabe nje this is an honest mistake nje ngayo. And asithethi nge-honest mistake eyi-1, ngama-honest mistake amaninzi gqithi. Iwesi xa uzaxelelwa kuthiwe linka u-1 or 2 so uyikhipha le report, still maziyeke ke zezinye noba bengasazivezanga eza cases eziyi-18 ezilinka kwezazibhamu. And lona nje umsebenzi because uxelelwa into yoba lena lezi zibhamu ezi zilinkwa to la case, even that akangayenze. And xa bebethathe la docket okanye la report bayise pha, hayi bebezoqhasha because it means azilinki ezi zibhamu ezibanjwe eBeremli. So it means okatiso mulife ngebe ngenatyala namhlanje. So into nje ngathi njalo. So ayibona shemu bazange nje bawaste ixesha. I think by 1 or so besekudala nje begqibile. From, you can imagine, from 9:30 to 1 o'clock abesebetshayisile nje. And the other thing that they were very cautious about, and it's something that I felt I was very disappointed kwi-legal team ye-Madlanga Commission, because they had to be reminded, okanye masithi iyona i-evidence into i-witness lena uMakgotle had to be reminded right there into yoba okay ungabe u-aware into yoba amagama ka-witness A naka-witness B awabizwa na. And khona lapho bengathi ufune ukuphazama khona, because ndina into ethi bekefuna ukuthi surgeon, I think usurgeon something already engqondweni ndanayo into ethi ngusurgeon something. So baze banyanzela into yoba maba-ajene into yoba khaniyolungisa lo mcimbi, asifuni izimisteki. Konke apho kubhalwe khona amagama wezi-witness njengoba thina bayazazi vele bona mos, just like u-witness D bayabazana bona. So kwathiwa makahambe eyocima apho kubhalwe khona amagama, makabhale witness witness B witness, so that angazubakho nama-mistakes nje akawenzayo. So nje ithe i-witness ibikhona namhlanje iyileyo. So kusasa ndinento ethi silindele uSurgeon Nkosi othe ucela into yoba igama lakhe lifihlwe, iface yakhe ifihlwe, so uzawutestifya in camera. So asizumbona, sizayiva nje i-evidence yakhe, i-testimony yakhe. So ndinayo nje into yothi let's embrace ourselves.
Just to piggyback from the exchange you had with Commissioner Khumalo on the what you attribute to these errors, and we would not want to assume, or at least peddle the belief that you deliberately manipulated the report. But for me, what I want to say to you is that the errors that you committed were quite material to the outcome of the matter cases. For example, the 3 errors that we spoke about. The first error is that you were asked by Warrant Officer Malanga to say, link the murder weapon to the crime scene, and you failed to do that. So the report that you issued, it does not draw a link between the murder weapon and the murder scene. You accept that? As it stood, as you handed the first report to witness B.
Commissioners, the first report, in respect of that error, doesn't say I didn't link the murder, because the murder weapon to the cartridge cases. because we've got three type of results in respect of examination of a fired cartridge cases and a firearm. You've got either positive match, negative match, or inconclusive.
And in your case, you'd say it's what?
In my case, because I didn't mention 4.9, that doesn't mean I said negative. It doesn't relate to a negative finding. If you go to the annexure LIM 1.
Yes, that's page 19.
And then you go to page 23. Then, this is microscopic results, commissioners. You go to the second part. The first part deals with the bullets. The second part deals with CC. CC means cartridge cases. I am saying cartridge cases 193045 of 24, AA3A, up to AA330. That is the 15 cartridge cases. And I further say it's 7.62 by 39 millimeter. That is AK-47. Are positive to cartridge case, are positive to, now I include a different lab number because I compare it with Bramley now, which is 193045 of 24. 363 TC1 and 363 TC2. These are tests fired from the same rifle, commissioners. Now, commissioners, the proforma is here. The results are documented
Captain,
here.
I have to stop you.
Oh, thank you.
This document, as far as I understand it, it is not the document that was handed to witness B. Is that correct?
That's correct, commissioners.
Yes. So I'm saying to you, the document that you handed as a report of the outcome of the work that you were showing us that you did not give a positive link. That's why there was a need for you to rectify it or to amend as it were. That's a simple proposition, and I think you already...
Yes, I accept that, commissioners.
Yes. Now, the only proposition I'm putting to you is that that error is quite material. It's important to the outcome of any criminal proceedings, because if you cannot link ultimately the crime scene with a murder weapon, someone will go scot-free. You accept that?
I accept that, commissioners.
Thank you.
And just for completeness, the document that is being referred to starts on page 52 and it ends at page 60, and the errors are on page 58 at paragraph 10.2 and 10.6.
Which pages are we in?
Same file on page 58.
On page 58.
But the report Advocate Musigidi is referring to starts on page 52 and ends at page 60.
That's correct,
But the
commissioners.
linkages that are the cause of all the problems in paragraphs 10.2 and 10.6, that's where the error is.
That's correct, commissioners, on page 58.
Yes. And his point is that it is material because if you had to go to a criminal case with this report, the defense will have a field day. And this could result in an acquittal or something like that.
That's correct, commissioners.
Thank you, Commissioner Kumelo. Captain, another error that we identified to add to the list of errors that Commissioner Kumalo just discussed with you is the issue of the etching of one of the weapons, which did not have a serial number. Now, if you go to on file 2, on page 128. So the second file, the bigger file of the two. Yes.
Mr. Musigiri, is there any detailed questioning along these lines necessary? It just may undermine the criminal process that's still to come. Whether rightly or wrongly, the witness has simply said these were inadvertent errors. And I'm not so sure that going into much detail either assists us or or worse still does not potentially cause damage to the criminal process that's still to come.
I had that debate in my mind, Chair, as to the possible implications to the other ongoing matter, and without giving much. All I wanted to say, because what we want to do, and I wanted to be fair to him, to say that we would want to make recommendations to you to say that, and I wanted to be fair to him to make a comment to say that the errors that he committed, it's either they were attributed to gross negligence or probably an act of incompetence. That's all that you wanted to lay the basis for, because these are serious errors, and he can comment.
Thank you. Do you wish to comment on the last comment that Mr. Musigiri made, Captain?
Yes, let me comment, Commissioners. Commissioners, typing error, Commissioners, cannot be classified as to how the council is putting it. At the laboratory, Commissioners, we've got two types of errors. We've got allow me to refer to these, Commissioners, because it was not available at the time of, it is not an annex, because it was not available at the time of doing the statement. We've got a critical and non-critical errors. So, if I may explain to you, Council, non-critical errors includes, it's 4 categories. It's incorrect dates on an affidavit, defects or H results not confirmed, administrative errors, and log numbers. Those are non-critical errors. And I will believe that those errors that the council is leading me with falls within this category. So it cannot be incompetence or deliberate. What is the other one?
Negligence.
Negligence. But as I already indicated, Commissioners, that the errors will arise time to time as long as there is still pressure at the lab. The errors will always be there because we push quantities, not quality. The errors will arise, not intentional errors.
That's a very disturbing observation in the criminal justice system. It's a very, very disturbing observation.
I know.
I understand the background you give for the observation, but it doesn't change the fact that it's a very disturbing observation.